Hello, welcome. My name is Sofia Martinez. If you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you and thanks for tuning in. If you are returning, I want to thank you as well for being part of the channel and this community. So today I wanted to share about what to do when you leave you're leaving a space and when you're entering into a new home. And so I have a ritual that I do whenever I am leaving a certain land and I'm saying goodbye, and then when I'm moving into a new land or a new home. If you haven't watched my video of how to clear your home and set up your home, I invite you to do that, and I'll post it up there. And let's dive in. So the first thing that I want to talk about is closing a cycle. I'm closing a cycle with a group of people and with the land and with an experience. If you are somebody that travels a lot or that moves a lot, even if you're moving from one home to another home, from one province to the other province, neighborhood to another neighborhood, if you're moving from one country to another country, I invite you to do this because you're closing a cycle, and then that is giving you the opportunity to also start a new cycle with fresh energy. And so the first thing that I do is I love writing. So you can start earlier, but about 15 to 1 week, so 15 days to 7 days, I start writing in my journal everything that I'm grateful for, everything that perhaps I was there for 6 months, or I was there for 3 months, or for a month, and then I start writing everything that I feel grateful about my experience, the experience that I had in that place, with the land, with the people, the things that I did, the experiences that I had, the new insights and lessons that I had, the opportunity that perhaps challenges appeared, and the opportunity of growth that gave me. And so I started doing like an appreciation and gratitude journal from about 15 days to 7 days. And maybe a day or 2 days before I leave, I have a ritual. And so I create a space where I have a candle, maybe I have my crystals, maybe there was a rock or something, a pine cone or a flower that, I was walking and it just popped out, and it reminds me to this special place that, I end up going every single day, and so I have that. I have a piece that represents that place to me, and then I have a candle, and I have whatever else that I bring usually to my ritual, and are things that are important to me. Usually are crystals. Sometimes I have oracle cards, and of course have your journal. And so you're gonna sit down and go over your journal. You're gonna read it, and once you complete reading it, you're just gonna start giving thanks to the land out loud. You're gonna place both hands on the earth, and as you're touching the earth, you're sitting, your candle is on, you have that rock or something that it's representative to the land, and you're staying with everything that you feel grateful and gratitude about, and you're gonna start to breathe into your heart and from your heart. And as you're breathing into your heart and from your heart, you start activating your heart center, you start activating the frequency of love and appreciation, and you start sending that love to the land. And I invite you at this point to start speaking out loud all that treasures and gift that this land gave you from the food, from the home, the people, the interactions, the landscape, everything that you want to say now out loud as a closing ceremony, as a closing ritual. And I invite you, this is an invitation to state specifically, I want to thank you for, I want to thank you, land, for this and this and this and this, and just let what I call, let the tap open and let it flow until you feel you're complete. At this point, maybe you're gonna feel certain emotions come up. If tears come, let them flow, let them be there, acknowledge them. It's part of the experience, of your experience. And after you feel complete, you still have your hands on the earth, you're sitting down, the candle is on, and you're just gonna give a gift to the land. The gift can be something perhaps you collected, if you collected that stone that now it's in front of you that represents that land. It could be something that you want to gift back to the land. Maybe it's a rock, maybe it's a crystal, maybe it's a song, maybe it's just toning, maybe it's just words saying thank you, whatever it is, just a gift. You're gonna give a gift, and then you're just gonna state out loud that now you're living, and if there's any message that the land wants to give you. And when you state that out loud, you're gonna open yourself. You're gonna bring your hands, you can keep your hands touching the earth if that helps you, but if not, you can also bring your hands into your lap open and receiving the message from the land. And just give yourself time to receive it. Maybe you're gonna hear a word, maybe you're gonna just feel a sensation, maybe there's a knowing, maybe you're gonna actually see colors, maybe it's all of a sudden you start thinking of a song. It could be in different ways that the land is gonna speak to you, and you're gonna uniquely receive that message from your own unique self. So stay open to whatever that is. And so that is complete. Now you're complete. You can also write a letter. I have done that. I've written a letter to the land, and then I burn it and I leave the ashes as the gift. But I have also used crystals and songs and many other. Just be creative, whatever feels natural to you. And so now that ritual of closing is complete, of course, if you have loved ones in this land, you're welcome to invite them into this ritual, into this ceremony as well. And so you can add the giving thanks to each person that you invited to your ritual, giving thanks for the gift of being with them, in having all the experiences. You can go specifically to each experience that you had with them during this visit or during this time, and the gift that they are in your life as well, and what you take from them in the next journey of your life. And so you can also do that. And then that is complete. That's the closing of a space. And now entering to a space, I do another ritual. And so now for example, for me, I was in Canada, and right now I'm in Mexico. And so when I am flying, even once I start finishing the ritual of the closing ritual, I start connecting with the energy of the new land that I'm going, and I'm just bringing my energy forward to the land that I'm moving to, in the way to just introduce myself, or if it's somewhere that I have been there before, I'm just reintroducing, hey, I'm coming, like that friend that you're calling, I'm coming, I'm gonna see you soon. So I start doing the same thing energetically. I start connecting and being like, hey, I'm coming. Okay, so now let's move into the ritual once the day is happening. Okay, so the actual ritual is that now I am flying. Well, before actually, I'm doing hello, hello, it's me coming, and then the actual ritual is once I am flying over the land that I'm going to, in that moment I introduce myself, and even though I have been there before, it doesn't matter. I just say, hello, my name is, and I ask permission to enter the land, and my intentions are the following. And so that's how I enter the space. And as I'm landing, flying over, and then I'm landing on the land. Once I'm landing, I'm in the home. I invite you to watch the video where I show how I set up my new home, the energy, and you can do this if you're in a hotel, in an Airbnb, if you're in a new home, wherever. And so lastly, I do the opening to the new space, a new energy ritual. And the same thing, you have your crystals, you have your candle. If there's anything from the land that you're in, maybe at this point you don't have anything, but if you have returned, it's a place that you're returning, you might have something. Just bring everything of significance to your altar to create that sacred container for the ritual. And you're gonna place both hands on the earth. You're touching the earth, you're closing, you're sitting and you're touching the earth, you're closing your eyes, you're breathing into your heart center, and from your heart center you're activating your heart center, you're breathing in love and empowering love within you and connecting to the land. As you're connecting to the land, you're connecting to all the deepest layers of connection to the land. You start feeling the land, and you're again gonna introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Sofia Martinez del Campo, and I wanna give thanks for allowing me to be here. And I wanna ask your permission for being here. And once again, you're gonna state your intentions for you being here. I want to create a business. I'm going to be living for 2-3 months, whatever it is, or I'm in holidays. I want to connect to the love within me. I want to bring balance to myself, whatever that is. You're going to state your intentions. And you're going to start feeling the land. The land is going to introduce itself to you. You're going to start feeling a sensation, an energy rising. Maybe there's a name or a sound that the land is introducing herself to you. And so you're building that special connection and relationship with the land. And so from there, then once you have that connection and you state your intention and you received the energy and the connection and the welcoming from the land, you're gonna ask the land if there's anything that you can do for the land in your time there. And just ask for something specific. If you feel like you got something and you don't know quite sure what it is, just double check with the land and see if that's it. And sometimes it's simple. It's like place a crystal on this place, or just bring a crystal to the water, or just every morning just say hello to me, whatever that is. And maybe it's nothing, maybe sometimes it's also saying just receive, just be here to receive. And it's like, okay, great, thank you. So once you have done your introduction with the land, you're gonna introduce yourself to the ancestors. In this piece, I like to bring the whole line of my ancestors as well, standing behind me. And as I am doing this, I'm imagining that I am standing in sacred ground on the land. I'm standing there, connected to my heart. My ancestors behind me, and I'm introducing myself to the ancestors of the land. And this includes the ancestors, human beings, and the ancestors of the animals as well, and the crystals of the land. And so once again, I say, hello, my name is, I want to thank you for welcoming here, and I ask permission to be here. And my intention for being here is this one. And you state your intention. I want to thank you, and I want to honor you. Is there a way that I can honor you? And you just feel them receiving you and see what comes back. And as you receive what comes back, then you make that connection with them. In my home, I have an altar that is specifically for the ancestors of the land. So in my home, I have an altar where it's my own personal altar, and then I have an altar that is for the ancestors of the land. And wherever I am, I'm also working with the land and the ancestors of the land in togetherness. And that's how I start building my relationship with the land and the ancestors of the land. So once that is complete, you're gonna give thanks. You can blow the candle and just imagine the candle being lit forevermore. It doesn't matter that you blow it. Just keep, if you do create an altar specifically for the ancestors of the land and the spirit of the land, just keep that candle there and imagine it that is lit up. From time to time, if you want, you can lit it up and say restate your connection with them. And so why is this important? Because as you are living your life in this new space, you can connect with them and ask them for reassurance, redirection, and guidance, asking for resources that to bring your intention forward. And so have that connection, build that connection as well. Any relationship requires care, love, and attention and energy, and so it's the same thing. So once that is complete, that is the completion of the arrival ritual. And as I mentioned before, I also recommend you to watch the way that I clear the house that I'm moving in. Okay, sending you big love. My name is Sofia Martinez, and as always, if you're interested as well in continuing this work through one-on-one mentoring and coaching, I invite you to do that. Just go into my website at www.sofiamartinezcoaching.com, and I'll see you next time. Big love. Take care. Bye-bye.